A Chanel wallet on chain retails for $4,200. A Marc Jacobs Snapshot retails for $325. They sit in the same crossbody category on the same handbag department floor. The Chanel is lambskin that scuffs within weeks of carry. The Marc Jacobs is coated leather that peels at the corners. The price tags overlap by a factor of 13. The construction does not justify that gap. We rank 10 luxury crossbody brands. 5 are designed in a marketing meeting. 5 are built in workshops where the saddle stitch is still done by hand, starting with a brand whose quilted body looks like leather and behaves like plastic. In 10th place, the Marc Jacobs Snapshot. The Snapshot launched in 2017 and became one of the most photographed crossbodies of the late 2010s. The bag is identifiable from the dual J logo across the front and the camera strap style fabric crossbody strap. The Snapshot retails for $325. The body is described on the product page as polished cowhide leather. The reality on closer inspection is coated split leather. Split leather is the underside of a hide after the top grain has been removed. It is the lowest usable layer in the leather hierarchy. The coating gives it the appearance of a smooth surface. The coating is what cracks first. Estimated production cost sits between $30 and $45. That is a markup of 7 to 10 times. Customer reviews repeat the same observations. The corners delaminate within 12 months. The plating chips at every contact point on the hardware. The dual J logo across the front separates from the body at the stitching. Marc Jacobs sells volume. The Snapshot is the brand's volume product. The bag is built to a price point that delivers neither luxury construction nor durable utility. It is a fashion house silhouette stamped onto coated leather. Number 9, the Versace La Medusa Crossbody. Versace was founded in 1978 by Gianni Versace and is currently owned by Capri Holdings, the public parent that also owns Michael Kors and Jimmy Choo. The La Medusa line, named for the brand's signature Medusa head emblem, launched in 2019 as a mainstream commercial bag. The La Medusa crossbody retails for $1,175 to $2,275. The construction is calfskin on the flagship pieces and coated leather on the seasonal capsules. The interior is microfiber. The hardware is plated brass with the Medusa head in gold tone. The plating wears through at the strap rings within 2 years of regular carry on the lower tier lines. Estimated production cost sits between $90 and $140. That is a markup of 15 to 20 times. Capri Holdings reports its financials publicly. The gross profit margin sits in the mid-60s. For every dollar spent on a Versace bag, roughly 0.35 covers production. The remaining 0.65 covers boutique operations, advertising, creative direction, and profit. The Medusa head is the asset. The bag underneath it is the delivery mechanism. The two have parted ways at this price tier. Number 8, the Dior Saddle Bag reissue. The original saddle bag was designed by John Galliano in 2000 and became the defining handbag of that decade. Dior reissued the bag in 2018 under Maria Grazia Chiuri. The reissue is sold in multiple material configurations. The monogram canvas version is the volume product. The saddle bag in Dior Oblique canvas retails for $3,900. The body is coated cotton printed with the Dior Oblique jacquard pattern. The trim is corrected grain calfskin. The hardware is gold tone plated brass with the CD initial. The interior is microfiber. Estimated production cost on the canvas saddle sits between $130 and $180. That is a markup of 21 to 30 times on a printed cotton bag with a famous shape. Dior is owned by LVMH. The brand has access to the same Italian leather workshops that produce for the rest of the conglomerate's luxury houses. The canvas saddle was not built in one of them. It was built at a price point optimized for volume. The customer is paying for the silhouette. The silhouette comes from a 2000 leather bag stitched by John Galliano. The bag in the boutique window today is a 2026 cotton print that shares the silhouette and not the construction. Number 7, the Givenchy Antigona lock. The Antigona was launched in 2010 and became one of Givenchy's most commercially successful handbag silhouettes of the decade. The lock variation followed as a smaller crossbody iteration. Givenchy is owned by LVMH. The Antigona lock crossbody retails for $2,490 to $2,390. The construction is grain-pressed calfskin, sometimes labeled as box leather and sometimes as sugar leather depending on the line. Grain-pressed means the texture is stamped into the hide rather than naturally present. The pressed surface hides flaws in the underlying leather and produces a uniform look that mass production can reproduce reliably. Estimated production cost sits between $130 and $190. That is a markup of 15 to 23 times. The brand has rotated through 3 creative directors in 5 years. Each rotation has refreshed the marketing campaigns. None of the rotations have improved the construction. The bag is the Antigona shape, the 4G monogram hardware, and a pressed leather body. None of those 3 elements has been upgraded across the recent creative rotations. The price has only risen. And in 6th place, the last name in the negative half, the Chanel wallet on chain. Chanel was founded in 1909 by Gabrielle Chanel and has been owned by the Wertheimer family since 1954. The brand is privately held and does not disclose financials. The wallet on chain, abbreviated WOC, sits at the entry point of Chanel's leather goods category. It is the smallest piece the brand sells with a chain strap and a leather body. For many women, it is the first Chanel they ever buy. The wallet on chain retails between $4,200 and $4,900 depending on the leather. The classic flap WOC in lambskin is the volume product. Lambskin is the softest leather Chanel uses. It is also the most fragile. Customer reviews and forum discussions report scuffing visible within weeks of regular carry. Color transfer from clothing onto the lambskin within months. An edgewear that requires costly repairs from Chanel's repair program rather than the lifetime free service offered by Hermès and Goyard. Chanel does not publish production cost data. Industry estimates place the production cost of a WOC between $200 and $300. The markup is 14 to 24 times. Chanel has raised the WOC's price by more than 100% over the past decade. Number 5, Songmont. Songmont was founded in 2013 in Beijing by Fu Song and Wang Juelin. The brand operates direct-to-consumer through its own stores and website. There is no wholesale distribution, no department store presence, and no licensing structure. The signature is the Luna, a half-moon shoulder and crossbody bag with a sculpted, hand-rolled handle. The Luna retails between $150 and $260. The cantilever crossbody retails between $230 and $310. The leather is top-grain Italian calfskin sourced from Tuscan tanneries. The hardware is solid brass. The interior is suede-lined. Songmont is the brand most women on this list will have heard of last. That is part of the value. The brand has resisted both the European expansion playbook and the standard influencer marketing rotation. Growth has come almost entirely from product. A Songmont crossbody at $230 outperforms a Marc Jacobs Snapshot at $325 on every construction axis. Solid brass instead of plated zinc, top-grain leather instead of coated split, suede lining instead of microfiber, lower price, higher construction, no logo. Number 4. The Mansur Gavriel Bucket Bag. Mansur Gavriel was founded in 2012 in New York by Rachel Mansur and Floriana Gavriel. The brand launched in 2013 with a single product, the bucket bag, in 3 colors with no exterior branding. The bag sold out within weeks and stayed sold out for nearly 2 years. The crossbody version, the mini bucket and the mini cylinder, followed. The bucket bag retails for $495. The mini bucket retails for $395. The mini cylinder retails for $425. The exterior is vegetable tanned Italian calfskin from Tuscan tanneries. Vegetable tanning is a leather treatment that uses natural tannins from tree bark instead of chromium salts. It takes 6 to 8 weeks per hide instead of 2 days. The finished leather develops a deeper patina over years of use rather than peeling. Less than 10% of the world's leather is vegetable tanned. Most luxury houses use chrome tanned leather and only label vegetable tanned editions as premium. Mansur Gavriel uses vegetable tanned leather across the entire main collection at a price most luxury houses charge for entry-level chrome tanned crossbodies. The bag has been in continuous production for over a decade without significant redesign. That continuity is the brand's signature. The price has risen modestly. The construction has not slipped. Number 3. Kate. Kate was founded in 2016 in New York by Catherine Holstein. The brand is best known for minimalist ready-to-wear, but the handbag line has become a defining piece of the contemporary American luxury market. Manufacturing runs through workshops in Italy. The bags carry no exterior logos. The silhouettes are sculptural and quiet. The Lotus Crossbody retails for $1,580. The Olivia Mini retails for $1,580. The Maeve Crossbody retails for $1,290. The leather is full-grain Italian calfskin with hand-edged finishing. The interior is leather-lined. The hardware is solid brass. Kate sits at the price point where most fashion houses retail their lowest-tier coated canvas crossbodies. The construction at Kate at the same price band is full-grain leather, hand-edged, no logos, no monogram, manufactured in the same Italian region that supplies the established maisons. The brand's discipline is in what it leaves out. There is no advertising in the conventional sense. There is no logo on the front of the bag. There is no monogram print. The customer who buys a Kite is paying for the leather, the workshop, and the silhouette. That math is the inverse of every brand in the first half of this video. Number 2, the Loewe Goya Crossbody. Loewe was founded in 1846 in Madrid and has been owned by LVMH since 1996. The brand has continued to manufacture in Spanish workshops in the same region for the entire 178 years of its operation. The Goya line is the brand's smallest, hand-finished crossbody silhouette. The Goya Small retails for $2,150. The Goya Crossbody retails for $2,350. The construction is single-panel full-grain Italian or Spanish calfskin with hand-edged piping that runs along the entire perimeter of the bag. The interior is suede-lined. The hardware is solid brass with the recessed Loewe anagram logo. Hand-edged piping is a labor-intensive finishing technique. The leather edge is folded inward, glued, hammered, and painted in multiple coats. The process takes a single artisan roughly 30 minutes per bag. Most fashion house crossbodies at this price band use raw-cut edges, sealed with a quick coat of edge paint that cracks within months. Loewe has retained the longer process across its entire flagship collection. The piping is the proof. Run a fingernail along the edge of a Loewe Goya, and the edge does not flex, crack, or peel. That is what hand finishing produces. That is also what the price tag is paying for. And finally, number 1, the Hermès Constance. Hermès was founded in 1837 in Paris and has remained family-controlled across nearly 2 centuries. The Constance, designed in 1969 by Catherine Chaillet, is the brand's signature small crossbody. The bag has been in continuous production for 55 years. The design has not changed in any meaningful way across that span. The Constance 18 retails between $11,500 and $14,500 depending on the leather. Exotic skins push the price higher. The construction is saddle-stitched by a single artisan over 15 to 20 hours of labor. The H-buckle that defines the front of the bag is solid palladium or gold-plated brass, with a mechanical action that has remained unchanged since 1969. The leather is Epsom, boxcalf, Togo, Swift, or Chevre, all hand-selected by the artisan from a curated lot. The resale value tells the rest of the story. A Constance 18 purchased today resells 2 years later between 90% and 180% of the original retail price, depending on color and leather. Most luxury crossbodies at the $5,000 to $10,000 retail tier lose 40% to 70% of their value on the secondary market in the same window. The Constance is one of the only crossbody bags on Earth where the depreciation curve runs flat or upward. The Constance is the only luxury crossbody where the labor inside the bag exceeds the markup. Every other bag on this list operates in reverse. The price is high. The price is also the lowest one on this list when measured by what the bag actually returns to the woman who owned it. 10 brands. 1 question. What is inside the crossbody? 5 answered with coated split leather, pressed calf, lambskin that scuffs, and monogram canvas. 5 answered with full-grain calfskin, vegetable tanning, hand-edged piping, and saddle stitching. The price tags overlapped from $1,500 to $5,000. The construction did not overlap at any point in that range. Next time you pick up a luxury crossbody, do not look at the logo first. Press the leather and watch what happens. Run your fingernail along the edge piping. Check the inside of the strap where it meets the bag. Ask the brand to tell you how many hours of labor went into the bag. If no one will tell you, that is your answer. If you carry a luxury crossbody, drop the brand and how many years you have owned it in the comments. The real test of a crossbody is how the leather holds up after 5 years of daily carry. Help the next woman know which ones pass that test. If you missed our breakdowns on the 8 handbag brands to never buy, the cheap gold mines, and the designer brands robbing women blind, they are linked below. Every video on this channel follows the same money the same way. Subscribe if you have not. This channel follows the money, not the marketing.